Okay, welcome to the tutorial on Introduction to Photoshop. Today we're going to be opening Photoshop. We're going to be creating a new document and looking at the parameters thereof. So I'm going to come down to my doc. I'm going to go ahead and click on Photoshop CS6, and it will load. After it's loaded, you'll see that the orientation of the screen is very much like Illustrator. You have your tool palette on the left, as well as your other palettes, your history and actions and other things over here. I'm going to go ahead and reset my essentials just to make sure that mine looks the same as yours. So this is how it should look when you come to Photoshop. A couple things that I would recommend, dragging this out a little bit just so you can at least see the word, so that you can get used to what those icons look like, and then later if you get used to that, then you can close this down and make it smaller so you have more work area. But until you know what those pictures mean, I drag this out a little bit so you know which one of those each one of those are. So here we have our history palette. The history palette is one of the coolest things in Photoshop. It does not use undo like typical programs do that you might be used to. There is one undo that you can do by hitting Command Z, but that's as far as you'll go as one undo. If you want to do anything more than one undo, you come over to here to your history palette, and every single action that you've taken will be listed in this history palette. We'll go over that a little bit later, and I'll show you how that works. But this is one of the really cool things about Photoshop. This properties palette we don't use very much. Over here you have your layers. This is a key area. Here's where you have all of your layers that you'll use in your project, and how to organize them, channels and paths. And we'll go over those a little bit later. Adjustment palette. This is one of the coolest things also about Photoshop is adding adjustment layers and changing the look of things with layers. That way you're not actually hurting the original art, just adding a layer on top of it, so to speak, so that to change how it looks. Anyway, adjustments and styles over here, colors and swatches. So there's a basic layout of the Photoshop screen when you load it up originally. Again, I would recommend that you create a new workspace. You name it whatever you want. I'll name mine Craig 1 because I already have one that's called Craig. And then as I move things around, like say I move this, drag this out. If I come back here and say new, I write that again, save it. I do want to override it. That's in essence saving my workspace. Now, if I were to switch back to Essentials and then switch back to Craig 1, you'll see this gets a little bit bigger. So, okay, so let's go to open it. Oh, real quick, again, just like Illustrator, up here at the top, this top bar will show you the options for the current tool that you have selected. So right now I have the marquee tool, and so up here are the options for that particular tool. Again, all these menus up here top. For now, we're going to go to File, hit New to create a new project. Dialog box will pop up, and here's where you can name your project. Here are the different presets. So if you've copied an image and you want your new project to mirror and have those same widths and heights and RGB colors and all that kind of stuff, clipboard is what you'd use here. And if I hit OK here, it would automatically set up a new document, and it would have reference to that whatever I have on the clipboard. The clipboard is what you currently have saved as a copy item on your computer. Otherwise, you can go to different defaults, whether it's web or anything. A lot of times you'll be designing what you want a website to look like, or a template, so you come in here and take a screen size or whatever. So here again, width, and you can change your increments of measurement here, height, resolution, and your color. Most of the time, I would say in Photoshop you're going to be using RGB, unless you're designing something for print, then you'd use CMYK. You can also use grayscale and other things if your project calls for that. And then here you can change your background color from white to transparent, or whatever the background color is currently set at. I wouldn't worry about changing this down here. Sometimes this RGB is used, but I would keep that the same unless your teacher tells you otherwise. Keep your pixels square and you hit OK, and then you got a new document. So that's how to open Photoshop, and let's go through saving it real quick. So the first time I'm going to save it, you'll see that save is grayed out. I need to hit save as because it doesn't know where you want to save it to yet. So for this tutorial, I'm just going to save mine to my desktop. I'm going to keep the name. I'm going to hit save, and then I'm saved. And then any other time I need to save it, I just hit Command S and it'll save my project. And that's beginning to Photoshop. Thanks.